Today we're talking about devices are very good. The rise of a mountain which social media is becoming about weather sure during major storm like Mark Sutton was on a return from North Carolina to Nova Scotia last month when he changed course suddenly in the Philadelphia to head zone. He had already driven more than 500 miles to document his income Fiona in Canada, but after watching the change in the water pattern, he saw a bigger storm come. It was Hurricane Ian, poised to make landfall on Florida with coast. So to drop to Punta Gorda, Captiva, Fort Myers, and the Cape Coral, where he set to 50 live streaming cameras to capture footage of the devastated hurricane. And the hurricane then drove it to Orlando to wipe out the worst of the storm. His camera captured stream bending in the winds, down power lines, and destruction caused severe rushing for the weather. He posted his footage with included live streams and the forecast planner all over Twitter, YouTube, and his website, where people comment for extensive for footage. This is what Sudi does. He's not that meteorologist and they doing his work for the Weather Channel or broadcast news. He's a crowd-funded self-driving Hurricane tracker and he has reached a million of people with his forecast and the footage of a storm and the day devastation during social media. It is over fat visit forecast. Without alarmist predictions that can bite every icon storm has the next apocalyptic one and send people rushing to grocery stores to shock up on toilet paper. And that shooting inside we people comment to him. It is what it is. It is what it is. There is no hope. No hope. There is no clickbait to violence. No more of that. Soon to till morning break. And I think people just do that and they just feel like they come relative to me and that I'm just in with that relative is passionate about this. Social media is becoming a good tool, whether source of specific weather predictions from severe storms like hurricanes of wildfires to the Monday hyperlocal. So to the account now, and hurricane track is part of an expanding dynasty of weather enthusiasm where they have become authorities for their small but growing audiences who are willing to fund their work via Patreon. The high attention makes sense as naturally disaster intensity due to climate change. People are reclamers who create information about who's as coming strong, may impact them personally. Some are crowdsourcing information on wildfires and California, and researchers are working on an app that will provide local weather forecasts in the context of climate change. Extreme weather makes people more anxious, and the next people want to encounter calm and clear as well as they don't scroll. As information is increasingly expected to be instant and personalized, traditional weather forecast and the government sources are including it either in the amount of information they explain, the number of times they post, or in the personality, the brand, and the TC forecast will about. Private company using national weather survey data to fuel the raps and the forest cap. But the government uh, can't I can attacks a competitor and it does exactly hybrid is on the weather app. That level a sensible gap to a motor to find. The weather survey has traditionally been somewhat limited in forecasting for speaking purposes because they not a job not. They save the country, say the Bob Kinson, a meteorologist and the journalist Winjali climate connections boroborote weather on the years. I used to run a broadcast meteorology, so it's no surprising that more continuously have doubling and wrote for scats for very specific thing. Some such meteorology have become consultant for forecast for events like air shows and some are building their own brand on social media. Weather forecasting has always been communal in a sense, ever since it began in journals more than 160 years ago. A route from the fighting voluntary weather observer joined forces under the Simpson institution and the FIC 18 for 92 track and the report the weather near teams, the National Weather Service style, has sitting weather observer program consisted of about 90 million member will have data automatically send from weather stations set to at their homes. Web3 is capitalizing on a growing market for carbon credits, but this was radio broadcasting that drone forecast to the to optimizes the magic of snowy whether it will rain or or not appeals to more than just farmers and the military. It extends to I know, but wanted to know if should carry an umbrella. Eventuality, the boom of local TV, new games, people, what they longer form, hyperlocal weather, weather, as me to me more us. Some station, vegan is there, forest cat, commit feelings of fire, attractive woman to garner attention. But the tone of local weather forecast can be learned to dramatic adopted the fight it bliss. It least approach and talking about everything you need to who about in the bonds while they're still 10% retro. While the stock market is win and inflation making it hard to know what to do with your money. That with your friends what want should move about their portfolio keeps Panjit un about in bonds. Especially since the window to buy them and the ski heights in terms of 9.62% close soon. So what are bonds? They use government buckets, bond, white yields, right there, determine becoming a fixed rate, white one based on the consumer pricing index. These rates calculation happens every 6 months, and this next should solve for number one, which explain the rush to look in the current rates. How do I get some? There is only one way to avoid, and start directly from using traces and this unfortunately buggy website. What's the catch? Each and every load can only put up to the sponsor dollar your prayer the doubt. Summer workouts is your extra flush.